guys want to
Well,
see?
and not all my students are here yet because okay, here comes another one. Hey, you guys are early. Okay, I think actually maybe all my students are here now because Maniva just came in all stressed out and sick, and so she's not coming. Come on and sit. You can all sit down so that they can see us all.
She said, "Is that Rachel?"
If you're comfortable sitting on the couch, and I'll sit over here. Rachel will have the broken chair. Okay. Okay, Melinda, I'm going off the phone now. Oh wait, where did they go?
Oh, so someone click their box.
Someone click what?
So click their box, like double tap that.
You're a genius.
There they are. She's wearing Rollins.
How we had it set
Yeah,
up.
she is because she's younger. We need to hear them too.
Can you just, yeah.
Oh yeah, there. I have it on silent all the time.
They're so dark. Can we change that?
That's tell them to shut the blinds.
Oh,
Are we
Dr. McLaren, can you shut the blinds in the background?
okay? We'll shut the blinds for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace. Grace is my technical assistant, my stand-in student, and my wife. Pretty good. Shall I do that? Is it getting better?
You got this, Rachel.
Oh, you can see her.
I have trust in you. I have faith in you.
And then they're going to ask us the questions, but I did print out the there we go. But if no worries about coming this afternoon, I was delighted that you could come to both, but now
It's a little better.
Going better when we had like.
Okay, now it's getting better. Now it's getting better. We can see you. Can you hear us?
This light doesn't, the bulb doesn't work.
Towards us.
The only other light I have is that one. It's an intensity.
Can you guys hear us and see us?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna move my seat out of the way and I'll let you guys take over from here. We have our note catchers, we're ready to go, and we'll turn it over to you guys. If you wanna introduce yourselves and tell us about yourself.
I'm Rachel, I'm from Georgia, and I'm a philosophy and communication major at Rollins.
And say you went on an India trip.
Oh, and I went to India with your teacher. It was a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Skylar. I'm a poli-sci and philosophy double major, and I'm from Florida.
Hi, I'm Destiny. I'm a philosophy and English double major, and I'm from Florida. Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm an environmental studies major and women's studies minor, and I'm also from Florida.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm from IT. I just joined this group chat. I'm from Israel, and I'm double majoring in mathematics and computer science.
And I'm Professor McLaren, and I teach philosophy and also in the program of sexuality, women, and gender studies. And then do you want to ask us the questions, or do you want us to just start answering them? We printed them out.
How about we start with your experience at Rollins, your overall experience at Rollins.
We would like you to do it in any order.
Overall experience. Okay, I'll go. Hi. Okay, my overall experience at Rollins has been great. I came in, I didn't know what I wanted to major in, and so somehow I ended up in the philosophy department, but I absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I originally thought I would go to like a big state school with a lot of my friends, and coming to a liberal arts college actually was the best thing I ever did because it allowed me to focus on my education and actually have a lot of fun doing so. And I'm also on the rowing team at Rollins, so like being involved in a sport along with athletics has really helped me because I did sports in high school. So I love my experience at Rollins.
Yeah, I've also really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to come to Rollins, but I wouldn't have it any other way at this point. I've had lots of great opportunities here. I actually got a peer mentor for Dr. McLaren. I've got to work with the Democracy Project here, and then do service through the Bonner program. And then I also wasn't expecting to major in philosophy, but But then after taking a logic class with one of the professors here, I got really into it and then decided to add that on.
So to echo what Dave said, I loved my experience at Rollins. I always kind of knew I was going to go here because my older brother went here and this school was really close to my home and I wanted to stay near family. But so I came in as a political science major and ended up switching to philosophy and then adding on English because I love both. And I absolutely love the class sizes. It's really small, so you get to know the other students really well and your professors. And Rollins just gives you so many opportunities to do different things. Like I was on the debate team and I studied abroad in Greece for a semester, and they just make all these different opportunities really accessible to you.
I transferred into Rollins, so this is my second semester here, and I'm really enjoying it. I think, like they said too, I really enjoy being in a small school. That way, everything is super accessible. Your professors, like all the resources, anytime you have something that you want to do or something that you want to accomplish, there's always people around that can help you do that, and they're always available. So.
Wait, just for context, what grade is it?
What?
Where?
Oh, I'm a sophomore, second year.
Nope, so the college.
Oh, they're seniors.
You guys are high school seniors?
Yeah, high school seniors and juniors, right?
Okay, nice. Congrats, you're almost done. You got this. So I'm a senior also, hopefully graduating in like a week. I never thought I would go to Rollins, to be honest. Walked on the campus, thought it was way out of my price range, never thought it was going to happen. It's been a dream come true. I spent my junior year entirely abroad. It's also cheaper than staying here if you think it's more expensive. It's not. I was in Spain and New Zealand. Who wants to go bungee jumping? You should do it. It's been a great time. You guys should be a little more excited. You're about to be done. But yeah, it's been a great time. I'm also part of the Bonner Leaders Program. If you haven't heard of that, look into it. We can also answer questions about that. But yeah, I mean, it's been a great 4 years.
And yeah, so Grace just joined us. She actually works for the Information Technology Department, and she came to help me set it up. And then one of my students, who's a computer science major, said she was feeling sick but also stressed out because this is the last day of classes. We're about to start finals. So Grace was going to be here, so she joined us, and everyone else has your questions in advance, and I sent the emails. But I didn't go, so I'm just going to chime in. I actually didn't go to small liberal arts college. I went to a state school in state in my home state because I put myself through college, and I worked my way through school.
Hold on one second. Can you move the camera so they can see you,
Yeah.
Dr. McLaren?
Actually, I'm gonna move the whole thing back to see if you can get all of us, because it doesn't need to be plugged in because it's completely charged. So here, let's move we're moving the whole shelf back to see if you can have the scope to have all of us in it. But we can't move it back too far because there's a bookshelf there. All right, now you have like a big part of me, my arm. All right, can you see me now? This is me. Can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you. We just can't see whoever left. Our friend. Oh, yes, he left. Okay.
Skylar. No, Skylar's coming back.
You said, I'm gonna share this.
All right, Grace, our IT person, is going to help us out here with the visuals, because I am hopeless. All right, but anyway, that's all I'll say. And I think, if I'm right, Gabby transferred in from local community college, right?
No, I transferred from another school.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, I just want to say something for the 2+2 program. I know, this is horrible, right? But so in New York and also in Florida, you have a program where if you start at a community college and get your gen eds, you can transfer to any 4-year college with all your general education requirements fulfilled. And that's what my niece did in Ohio. She did her associate's degree, and then that means that's much cheaper. And then she's doing her second 2 years for the 4-year degree somewhere else. But I do want you to come to Rollins because now you have a connection.
Thank you.
We have all sorts of financial aid and scholarships.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so my family doesn't have a lot of money, so the school was kind of out of my price range personally, but just between working and having a lot of scholarships, because the financial aid office really helps out its students, I've been able to come here, and it really hasn't been stressful on my family at all, which was a big part of my college decision. So if you just if you work hard and if you work with the financial aid office, they'll make it possible for you to be here and to be able to enjoy your time and learn and just
have a great education.
And also study.
Okay. We have a student that would like to ask a question.
Okay.
Introduce come on up and introduce yourself.
Front and center. Yep, right. There.
Don't be shy.
Bye.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Nautica. Oh, it's not. And I'm a senior. So one of my questions is, what is the most important piece of advice you can give students who are entering college?
Most important advice?
Yes. For the
Yeah,
third
the most
last
important
question.
thing to know. All right, for the last question. Okay, thank you, Rachel. All right, so that'd be for one of you. You don't have to go in order, but you can.
Okay. That's a really good question, and that's something I should have asked before I came to college for sure. So many things.
Yeah.
So many things. It's important. Okay, I would say for me, I think the most important piece of advice I could have had was learn how to make yourself a priority, which I know sounds really strange, but in high school I studied, but I didn't study like a lot. I was involved in a lot of things. And then coming to college, it was like I actually had to work for my grades. And I think that kind of stressed me out, but I learned that like it's important to take like you time and like go for a run or eat yummy food or go to Disney because we are in Orlando or go to the beach. And so just kind of like know what helps you like de-stress and then I'll be able to like do your best work.
Thank you. I love that piece of advice.
So I think a kind of maybe good piece of advice would be to be open-minded when you come into college, especially your first year. Because I think for me it was a little hard just because I got into one kind of club and stuck with it and didn't really do anything else. But I think maybe something that's helpful is when you first come to college to try a lot of different things and see what you really like. Because like I said, and like you saw, a lot of us came in majoring in one thing and then switched. So you have to kind of dip your feet in different areas and then you'll find something that you love. So I just think it's important to kind of try a lot of different things and just kind of put yourself out there and you'll have a really good time.
I think it's also really important to know that it's okay if you don't know what you want to do or where you want to go. Speaking as a transfer, I went to a school that, you know, I thought I liked it, and it turned out that I didn't. It's okay to take that in and be like, I don't like what I'm doing anymore. I'm going to change it up. And I think in college you have the opportunity, like even if you think you know what major you're gonna go for, it's okay to once you're in it be like, I don't like this, and then try something else.
Yeah, going off of that, I think one of the biggest things is everyone's asking you to fill out these applications and have these goals and know what you want to do. I'm graduating from college and I still don't know what I want to do, guys. Embrace the unknown. Seriously, I think that's one of the biggest fears everyone has is not knowing what comes next, and you just have to trust that everything is going to happen, and if you do your best and stay true to yourself, it's going to work out. I also want to say I'm really sorry I have to go soon. They just texted me back at the IT desk, so if anyone has a comp sci or math question to throw out before I step out, I'll be happy to answer that.
Thank you for participating. Good luck with the rest of your year.
Thank you.
I might need an IT person to come back at 1:50.
Okay.
Will you let Travis know?
Yeah, no
Actually,
worries.
something what?
Did you?
Oh,
Does that answer? Do you want?
Yeah, I would just say like it's the most important thing is to embrace change. Like you come into college with this like set plan and you think it's gonna like be easy to stick with it, but then you like try out different things and realize you have other interests that you weren't previously like aware about. And it's important to like not try to like ignore that change and try to like stick to this path, but to just be willing to like try different things and add to it or change, you know, where you want to go in life.
So important. Okay, also, this is important. As you're in high school, like, actually enjoy either your last, like, year or so or a few weeks of high school, because I was the person that was once I got accepted to college, I was like, all right, I can't wait to get out of here. I'm from a very small town in Georgia where a lot of my friends weren't going to college, and I was super, super excited to like have a new opportunity. But embrace like where you're at now in life and appreciate where you're at, because you're never going to be back in high school and you're never going to have that same experience. So enjoy like where you're at now.
And trying to get some brave souls to come up and ask a question. Come on up front. We have one volunteer coming up to ask her question.
We see it's good because we can't see the people in the front the best, so it's good that people come up front to ask questions.
Hi, my name's Libriel.
I can't see.
Well, now we see it.
Right there, Lynn.
Hi, my name's Libriel. I got a question. How do you think the college can increase the amount of minority students?
So me and a couple of coworkers, I work in the Women's Center here, we just had a meeting with the president last week about tuition and costs of Rollins, because we think that that's one of the main obstacles for diverse students right now. So we're kind of in the process. I know that our president wants to increase diversity because class-wise it's a little homogeneous. Does anybody that word makes sense?
Yeah.
But we're trying to, what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to figure out a way to bring more students. We also have a pre-orientation program called Embark, and it's kind of a program that focuses on bringing students into Rollins early and then kind of giving them a mentor or peers that can help them throughout their first year and first semester here. So it's kind of like an orientation and retention program. It's not that we don't just want to recruit students that are minorities, we also want them to feel comfortable and want them to stay here. So we do have programs like that that are starting up, and I think they'll just continue to grow.
So I think that something that is really helpful is not only just increasing how many minority students come, but also the staff. And I know that they're working on that. Like last week, I met a new English professor who's probably one of my new favorite people in the world. She's incredible, and she's Black. So I think it's really helpful to be able to see someone who's done what you're trying to do and who is successful and who looks like you, because that's really inspiring. So I know that they're trying to make a bigger effort to hire diverse people, and there are professors of all ethnicities here, which I think is great and really helps students like me and students who are minorities feel comfortable. So I think that's really great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have another question coming up?
Well, I'll chime in too because I've been teaching. What?
Before you can you move the camera so we can see you again? We lost you.
Rachel will do that. All right, hi. I've been teaching at Rollins for 24 years, and during the 24 years I've been here, I've been a part of several different diversity initiatives, both increasing faculty and staff, underrepresented groups, and also student underrepresented groups. So we do actually, with faculty and staff, have explicit procedures of looking for underrepresented groups and hiring underrepresented groups, but we're still a predominantly white institution. So there's an abbreviation we're PWI, just like there's an abbreviation for historically Black colleges and universities, HBUCs, but we're PWI, but not because we want to be. And so one of the things that I'm hoping to do, Rollins is small, and actually before I started teaching here, I didn't really know about Rollins. I grew up in Ohio, and Rollins is in Florida, and even though it's an excellent school, I hadn't heard of it. So I think for me, one of the things that we can do at Rollins, which I'm hoping this is a part of, is to reach out to students everywhere to let them know about Rollins, let them know what the school is like and what kinds of opportunities are here, and hopefully increase our diversity in every sense, racial, ethnic, socioeconomic, class. So I'm hoping that that's another way we can increase diversity.
Thank you. We
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Michael, and this question is for Dr. McLaren. What made you desire to be a college professor?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Why did I do this? No, that's an excellent question. So it's sort of like our students said, it wasn't my desire at first. When I was a child, I wanted to be a veterinarian. Then in high school, I wanted to be a computer programmer. I knew that I would have to make my own living, and so I wanted to do something practical. And then when I was in college, I started out in psychology, and I wanted to be a therapist or a counselor. But like some of these folks, I took philosophy classes, and I really loved them. And so before I knew it, I was majoring in philosophy. Now, our majors do go on to do other things. They don't all become professors. Some will work in human rights, some go on to AmeriCorps, public policy, all sorts of jobs. So I worked then after college. I didn't go to graduate school right away. I didn't think I could afford to. I didn't understand that normally if you go for a PhD in the humanities, the school will actually pay you to go. Not very much, but they do pay you enough to live on. So I went to Europe and I cleaned houses. Then I came back and I did door-to-door fundraising for a nonprofit. And then I applied to graduate school. And the reason I applied to graduate school was I really, really missed talking to people about ideas. I love to learn. And then it was in graduate school that I realized that I also love to teach. So that's how I ended up being a philosophy professor. Not by design. But then at some point, I chose it. At some point in graduate school, then I did know I wanted to do it. But it's not really why I went to grad school. I went because I found out they could pay me to do what I love, which was to learn and think about ideas.
Thank you. They like your response. They want to get paid for what they love to do too.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually, I think that's the goal. I think that should be everyone's goal. My dad didn't like what he did, and he always tells me, he's almost 90, he always tells me how lucky I am, and I know I'm lucky. I love what I do, and I feel lucky.
Go next.
Hi, my name's Clarissa, and I want to know what dorm life is like.
Okay, that's a question for all of you. Dorm life.
All right. Okay.
Switch it back to you two.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so Skylar and I are sophomores, and we lived on campus last year and then this year. So basically, as a freshman, you would be in a dorm that's like a double room. You'll have a roommate, and you'll have like a communal bathroom down the hall. I came in as a freshman and did random roommate, and she turned out to be one of my best friends. We're completely different. I don't know how we got paired together at all. She's an art major and is like studying abroad in Germany next fall, and she's so cool. Like, we're best friends. And then the same this year, I'm also in a double room with one of my sorority sisters, and it's a small space, but you make it work. And it's not like the horror you kind of hear about of dorm life from TV and like other people. Like, it's really not that bad. And I love living on campus because you're in like the heart of it all.
Yeah, so campus life here is pretty great. Last year I also did a random roommate in one of the freshman halls, and he ended up becoming my best friend here at Rollins. And we actually decided to room together again this year in Strong, which is the nicest dorm on campus. And I'll actually be an RA there next year. So
can you explain what an RA is?
Yeah, so then an RA is a resident assistant. So they basically stay in the dorms and kind of like supervise and are there for you if you ever need anything, and just kind of there to kind of be like the big brother, big sister in the dorm with all the other students.
And then there's also, you have to live on campus if you're from, is it 50 miles away, I think? I don't know. If you're from far away, you have to live on campus for 2 years, and you can appeal that and move off campus. But living on campus is so much fun. And then after your freshman year, there's different options. Like, there's an apartment complex literally on campus. So you'll live with it'll be 3 other people. You'll have a full kitchen, a living room, a balcony. And that's really nice too. There's like a lake view. And there's multiple options, and I think it's great. Like, yeah. Do you have any like specific questions about dorm life though? Because I had no idea coming in what it was like.
Oh yeah. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. My name is Demetrius, and I wanted to ask, what are you guys rival? Like, do you have any rival colleges around? Like, as in sports or anything?
Well,
Sports.
Well, we have a rival college academically, and it's Elon College, which is in
North Carolina.
And actually, Rachel's twin goes to Elon. So we've beaten them like 4 years in a row to be number 1 in the South. But before that, they were number 1, or they're like number 2. So they're our rival academically. So.
And then for sports, so since we are small, we're in the Sunshine State Conference, which is essentially just Florida schools. It's us, Florida Tech, Barry University, Stetson, University of South Florida, and Nova Southeastern. And so as far as like sporting events, we'll play those schools, but we'll also play schools like Valdosta State in Georgia. And I know even like for crew, we race against D1 schools like UMass, and we beat them. So Rollins is very competitive in sports. Many students here are athletes, and even though our conference is small, we play out of conference tournaments. We travel a lot. So, and if any of you guys are like on your athletic teams in high school, definitely reach out to a coach like here, which is essentially what I did. And you can just reach out to the coach and be like, hi, my name is this, like I go here. And just like introduce yourself and see, because some of them, like they'll, you know, they just, because they don't know you, like they can still, you know, maybe look into scholarships or walk-ons. And being an athlete in college is the best thing I ever did. I was set on playing volleyball in college. Like I was committed to a school until I had a shoulder injury. And so then I came to Rollins and started rowing. And it's literally changed my life. And I can't imagine academics without a sport. But competition is literally the best thing ever. Like no matter who you're playing against or racing, like it's pretty competitive. But we don't have like a big, I wouldn't say it's like the, I don't know, New York teams, but it's not like UF and like FSU to put it into like that kind of rival perspective. Like it's not like that, but it's definitely competitive.
And we don't have a football team. So we actually have almost every sport except football. We even have a golf team and a water skiing team. And our golf team actually just won the national championships. And our women's soccer team has actually gone to the nationals and won a few times. So we have every kind of team: swimming, volleyball,
Our basketball team was,
softball, basketball.
they were Elite 8 this year, our basketball team, which was pretty far.
Our teams
Yeah,
are good.
for D2, yeah. So
And we have a lot of athletic scholarships, but no football here because we're too small.
sadly, but yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
No problem.
Do you have a question? Can you turn the thing around? I'm Miss Caparco, and I have a question. My question is, this is actually more my question than their question. I just want to verify. So am I crazy as a high school senior teacher to give my students a 3 to 5 page paper to write, a presentation, and a research paper? Is that crazy? I just want to know, based on your experiences.
I wrote a 5-page paper last night.
Don't sell one side of the story.
They want to know. They think she's giving too much work. What do you think? What do you do in college?
5 pages is great. I'll
Yeah.
do it any day.
5 pages. We take 5 pages.
Like a 2-night.
Yeah. No, I literally started that last night, turned it in at like 9 o'clock this morning. It's doable. Don't worry.
It is. And it's good practice too, because when you get here, it's a lot of writing. Like it's good, and you get to like writing because you have to do it so much. But like, it's definitely good practice.
How many pages do you normally have to write in a class? Let's say entry level class. How many pages?
Possibly maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So since our major is just really writing heavy and reading heavy, probably like a normal, just random paper is maybe like 5 to 7.
But for like other majors, like I'm also communication, and so our grades are mostly presentation based. And so we'll like I took a PR class recently where we researched a company and we presented on like their social media and how they're measuring their social media. But that was our only grades in the class, were just presentations, which I thought was really cool.
What about environmental science?
environmental studies. It's like a mix. It's an interdisciplinary major. So it's like half science and then half social science so for my classes that are more social science, there'll be like 5-page papers. But like in total, like throughout the whole semester, you'll have like maybe like 3 or 4 5-page papers and then one final research paper. It's like maybe up to 15 pages. So
Political science is pretty like writing intensive too. Like I had one class where we had 4 to 6-page papers due every 2.5 weeks, and then like a final 10 to 15 page paper due. And then on top of that, we have like 10 to 15 minute presentations that we have to give along with those papers. So it's pretty intense.
But also, something to remember is that in college you get a lot less like, here's a quiz you need to take, or like, here's a test on this book you read. That's not really, at least in my majors, something that happens a lot. So you will be so grateful for papers over tests. It's way less stressful. You have time. You can like plan it out. So I like essays a lot better than tests.
And we have a writing center too. So if you
Yes.
don't know, where to start or how to word something, there's a lot of people that can help.
Yeah, so it's like students are tutors in classes they've done well in for other students. And the students get paid for it, but by the school. So it's like for any student who needs help with anything, it's completely free. So that's a really helpful resource too. And it's a good way to get paid at something that you're good at.
And a lot of professors will give bonus points or like some kind of extra credit if they see that you went to the writing center. So when a tutor reads your paper, they email the professor and say, read this paper, this is what we looked at, needs to work on this. And so the professor sees that, and then when you turn in a better paper, they automatically think you worked on it because you didn't do it the night before and you put in a lot of time. Professor McLaren, like Dr. McLaren's nodding her head right now because I think like I use that in her class too. So definitely like utilize those resources wherever you end up going to college. It's so helpful.
You guys are my new favorite people in the world.
Aww. Rachel and I were your favorites before too. Now you have 3 new favorites.
Even more. More brownie points.
I have a question for Ms. Michael. Is it 3 to 5 or 7 to 5 to 7?
They do 5 to 7. We do 3 to 5.
We're doing 3 to 5?
Oh, no, we're going to boost it up to 5 to 7. I heard of that. They're going to hate me now. Wait, I have another question, and then I'll turn it back over to my children. My question is, so when you're taking, it's for Dr. McLaren first, and then for the students second. So when a student's taking a very challenging course, which I'm sure they're all going to experience sometime in their college experience, where they take this tough course and have to work really hard at it, and we don't want them to give up. So what advice would you give to our graduating seniors when taking a challenging course?
Okay, so my advice, if you're taking a course that's challenging, first of all, you have to figure out what you're good at. Actually, as Destiny said, I was never a very good objective test taker, like the kind of test where you just have to come in and like fill in bubbles. I'm not that good at that. I'm better at like writing. So if the course is challenging, you have to figure out what aspects of the course are going to be easier for you, and then focus on those. And actually, like Gabby just said, most colleges, like I have nieces and nephews, and of course I have students here, but most of my nieces and nephews and goddaughter are college age, so they went to different places. But almost every kind of college or university has a writing center or tutoring center. And then, especially at smaller liberal arts colleges, professors have office hours, and we're in our office at designated times where you can just drop in. And of course, we also see as students who want to see us by appointment. So I would say for a challenging course, first of all, keep working on it, keep working hard. And then if you don't understand something, or if you don't understand especially the expectations or the requirements, ask the professor. When my niece started college, she's 28 now, and she went to community college and she worked full time, so I think it took her 6 years to get her associates. And she emailed me and said, I don't know what this professor wants. What should I do? I said, you should go in and ask the professor, because I didn't know what the professor wanted either. I wasn't that professor. I hadn't given that assignment. She even actually emailed me or scanned me the whole assignment. I told her what I thought they wanted, but I think that's one of the things is that it is true. Sometimes you're not sure of the expectations, and going in and talking to the professor can clarify that. Also, it lets them know that you're interested and that you're working hard, And then also avail yourself, you know, the professor's not there all the time. They do have other classes. So you should also avail yourself of the tutoring and the writing center and things like that. But don't give up. Unless you're like partway through the course and you're really bombing, and then in college you can drop a class. So, but don't give up. Don't give up until, you know, yeah, don't give up. All right. Other advice. If a challenge.
We have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes?
Yep, we have 2 minutes left.
Okay, challenge. What?
I would say just the same thing. Definitely go to the professor because I am really bad at science. Science is not my thing at all. It scares me. So I had to. You have to take gen ed courses. So I had to take a science class at one point, and I was not doing well. So I went to my professor, and she actually sat down with me for about 3 hours and walked me through everything I needed to know, how to take notes in a science class. And it was just really incredible, and my grade went up substantially. So I think the thing that's really helpful here is that the teachers do care a lot. So if you go to them and you want help and you're telling them that you're struggling, they're going to set time aside to help you and to make sure that you can succeed.
Thank you so much for your feedback, for your suggestions. And we'll see you guys. We appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule. I know some of you are getting ready to graduate. Some of you have other classes going on, and it's like your last day. So we really appreciate you giving up your time to talk to us today. Thank you. And we'll see you at 1:55, right? 1:50.
See you in Rollins.
Yeah, we hope to see your students at Rollins. Some of these students will still be here if you come.
Oh, you already know some.
And I'll still be
You already
here.
got some besties.
Yeah. All right, and I'll see you at 1:55, Melinda, with different students.
Yep, different class. Thanks again, everybody.
All right.
Should I stop, Rochester?